everyone, it's the Clumsy Shark here, back with another rating climb video where in this series I'll be playing through different chess ratings and you guys will be able to see and analyze my games. In our previous episode, we got off to a slow start, but we ended up winning in a dominant endgame. Well, without further ado, let's get into it. So we're playing Eddie 2980 with the white pieces, plays e4, let's reply with the Scandinavian defense, takes her pawn, let's just reattack it, defends it, usually pretty decent trade here. Um, decides to check, and I just blundered. Oh my god, I did not just do that. Potentially. Oh no, I didn't just blunder. If he takes, we can always just retake, but okay, no, did not just blunder, but ah, maybe it would have been better to just maybe it would have been better just to defend with the knight here. Just applies more pressure. We've got two technically defenders here. Hmm. We could theoretically do something here. Potentially, we could even just. We could either defend our knight this way or defend it that way. What we want is I'll probably just end up trading here. Uh, yeah, I'll just end up trading here because if he just takes, can always just move our knight back to safety. And plus, he decides to take kind of here. Um, we'll just have traded kind of a knight for a bishop, which is not the end of the world. So let's see what our opponent will do. Kind of wasted a bit of time. Just wants to go kind of early for a trade of queens, which is fine by me actually. Let's just kind of kick his knight out potentially. Just kind of seeing where he could potentially move. Um, but I should see. That's the problem though. There's a fork right here actually, which is very unpleasant. So let's just defend that while developing our knight kind of to the edge of the board, which is not recommended, but we can always castle long, and let's just apply more pressure onto that knight. So let's see how he's going to defend it. This could potentially be a good option. Defends the knight and also attacks my bishop. If that's the case, then we'll probably just slide the bishop back and get it onto this beautiful diagonal here. So we're not looking too bad here. We can always just quickly develop kind of to the center of the board. Decides to drop back, which is fine by me. Let's just apply pressure onto this long and beautiful diagonal. We can always trade here and potentially just damage the pawn structure, which is not bad. I think potentially this knight kind of is misplaced, and I would like it to be placed in a better position. So he decides to just attack the bishop, which is not the end of the world. And I see what his plan is. He's planning to fork right here. Kind of just fork here because it attacks kind of both my rooks. There are possibilities. I mean, I could take here, get forked, and then just take here, and his king's kind of in a bad spot. But then just take either rook. We can always retake, and theoretically would we be equal? Here, let me calculate. Because if we take here, potentially he takes here, we take this rook. Hmm. But then there's always the problem of just if he decides to move here, I'm kind of screwed. So, let's just do a defending this pawn. We can always just push it forward and claim a bit more of the center afterwards. Decides the castle, which is kind of what was expected. Let's push this knight away. See, like, hey, what do you want to do here? Let's ask this knight, like, knock, knock, what do you want to do here, huh? Do you want to move away, pal, or not? But, our opponent's, not too bad. I mean, we can always just reposition our bishop kind of here. Let's start seeing what are the weaknesses of our opponent's position. This pawn right here, it's got no defenders, and, we could reposition our bishop onto this beautiful kind of diagonal to attack it. Decides to reposition, his knight. Where could he move it next? Well, he's definitely not going to move it there. This knight can't really move to anywhere dangerous. So, let's just start aiming at that pawn. Let's look at the weaknesses. Yup. Okay. That's not bad. That's good. We can start kind of just, let's start gaining more space into the center, which is good. Then we can potentially develop our other bishop. Targets this weakness, which is not the end of the world, because we can either just move our king, which is, I'm pretty sure, the only way we could potentially defend it. I mean, we could always just move our bishop here, and then if we trade, technically, we give him a better position, but eh. Uh, you know what, I'm just gonna move my king. Let's just defend this pretty nicely. We'll move our bishop on the next move. I think I would like to start attacking his king side with a pawn storm. I'm pretty sure my opponent probably is thinking the same idea. He's got a nice pawn advantage, and what would potentially be weaknesses? So I think let's just start attacking the king side. We can always just reposition our bishop here if it ever gets attacked. Um, we could potentially just start damaging the. We could potentially go and damage that pawn structure, which is something that would be interesting. Does decide to do that, which is fine by me. I mean, we can always just push this here. Um, can always just push that one here. And then what would we do? We could push here, kind of force that knight away, because if he decides to retake, that bishop's kind of hanging. So I think that's the better plan, because that knight potentially has nowhere else to go. And honestly, I don't even have to like take. Okay, yeah, yeah. Um, that's not a bad move. I mean, potentially here we could even do kind of like a multi-purpose move, kind of aiming at this diagonal here. I just would like to get my knight involved into the action because it's kind of clumsy placed. Haha, yes, I'm king of humor. But let's see, yeah, we're targeting kind of this weakness here. This knight technically is pinned to this bishop. Ooh, interesting. Oh, actually, that's not a bad move. I think what I'll just end up doing is just taking here. It's kind of a interesting. Okay, okay. Um, let's potentially not blunder this. So I think the best play is to just move tech potentially like our bishop back to safety. Let's just move it back to safety. Um, maybe there definitely were better moves than that. What is he targeting here? Kind of targeting this weak pawn. Can always just gain a bit of tempo. Here. If he goes there, that's not the end of the world. Let's just attack here. We are up a bishop, because I'm not sure, but then this pawn kind of is hanging, which is not the end of the world, because, yeah. So that's what we could do. Just let's gain a bit more tempo here against these two knights, potentially. We could even get our second rook involved into the action. Beautiful diagonal, beautiful file here, not a diagonal. And actually, we could even control this, because our locking this down. So let's see what our opponent potentially could play here. Decides to play back here. This is still hanging. So let's just gain potentially more tempo um, against that knight. Let's just gain more tempo. This kind of will become a weakness later on, I assume. But let's just have our pawns advance. Let's take space and just go from there. And I am more than okay to trade down in this situation since I am just up a piece but down a pawn. Um, and then potentially, you know what? Let's just start keep chasing that knight away. It's like, let's just say, what do you want to do, knight? Could go here, but let's just keep moving. Honestly, let's just keep moving. Let's challenge kind of what does our opponent want to do here. Let's keep challenging him. Okay. Just kind of decides here. Let's just take free pawn. I realized he could just lock my bishop out with this. He did! No way! This man is insane! This man is insanity. He needs to be stopped. I'm not too worried. I mean, this is kind of why I could just. I still forgot actually, that I have this, kind of this knight in the action. Hmm. I'm. Let's just get this knight into the action actually, and see potentially what I could. I, oh well, miss, little bit of a misclick, but oh well. And we get into a fork. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh well. Let's just attack. Let's just get on with life, and mistakes happen. Very costly mistakes. So I think I went from a very good position to a very bad one very quickly. Oh well, that's just life. We learn, we live. And actually, I think if he decides to take here, he actually falls into a fork as well. So don't be as shit as I am here. And don't take this bishop and do something much better with the move sets that you have. And decides to just attack here. Which is fine because I mean I can always just sacrifice this rook technically. Let's see, kind of here. If I take, he takes. It's not like I can just retake. And he really wants that rook, huh? You really want that bishop, don't you, my friend? I mean, it's not like you can take this, slide this bishop. Is there a more active diagonal I can get it to? That's a nice diagonal, technically. Even here, actually. You know what? Let's just slide, kind of prevent this escape. I mean, it's not like he can take my knight here. Okay, okay. I see where we're going here. I see. I really do like this, my friend. I do in fact enjoy this. And actually, I enjoy this so much that you've actually given me your rook for free. So, let's go. We got another win. Um, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then consider dropping a like on this video. And if you're not already subscribed, then don't forget to smash that like button. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.